man. After a long, tough day, I just need to sit down and watch some TV. You know what? I could really go for a nice crime show right now. Here, just turn on the TV. I'm gonna get you, you motherfucker! Come back here! You ain't gonna catch me! I got Jiminy Crickets in my boots! Why? Because they all give me voices in my head that tell me how to avoid you, Kappa! Why?
Because, they're all like Jiminy Cricket. They're like...
But why would you want to avoid me? I'm the police! I am what is right with this world!
Wait, hold on. Which country are we in again?
All right, you know what? This is a good show. I think we should go on to something else. Like, here, let's just... There we go. Next channel.
Which channel is this?
Oh, the channel.
Welcome back to Discovery Channel.
The Discovery
You
Channel.
can observe that the mantis shrimp, not the mantis shrimp, the pistol shrimp can actually punch a series of rainbow colors into the face of that stupid fish on the other side of the tank. Let's see how they interact now by zooming in.
I fucking hate you! I'm gonna beat the shit out of you!
Please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to not burn. I didn't mean to burn the toast.
You didn't mean to nut? Why?
You know what? Discovery's good, but I think I need some sci-fi. Let's go to sci-fi.
We're gonna do
Each other.
Whoa, no, hold on.
This
wait.
is Star Trek.
This is not Star Trek. No, this is Star. Well, yeah, you know what? I want to be Gordy because I ain't seen your shit anymore.
I'll be Captain Picard.
Oh, you know what? Well, where's Captain Jake Sisko?
Who?
That's the Deep Space Nine guy.
What even?
And then
is
the characters
Star Trek?
just stare at each other longingly while Austin changes the
I know
channel.
one character in Star Trek, and it's Captain Picard.
Do you know Star Trek? Am I the only one?
Probably.
This is a weird improv show.
You know what, guys?
Okay,
I think I'm done with the TV. How about we just go to the...
Wait, we have like a couple more channels we gotta go. What happened to the ad break and stuff like that?
Okay, and then
there
ad
was
break, yeah.
You also wanted a sitcom like one.
Oh, yeah,
the family
I forgot
sitcom
about that
one. You at least want to put go ahead and flip it.
Okay, fine.
Flip the channel,
Family
motherfucker!
shit.
That's what sci-fi was. It was literally
Family sitcom, but there's an ad break. Go.
Are you tired of hemorrhoids?
God, I really hate
'Cause
my
I
hemorrhoids.
am tired of them appearing in my mouth after a night on the town. With Hemorrhoid X, you could actually go and cure that problem straight from the gums. Let's go ahead and have an interview with our first person to ever have Hemorrhoid X in their mouth.
I can't stop shitting myself.
That is unfortunately a side effect that you can see in the bottom of the bottle if you just look of red. But anyways, now that he's dead, we're going to go ahead and resort back to our next means by giving you family entertainment. Here's Urkel.
This was the dramatic episode where you just can't stop crying.
No, I don't think I need to hear Sonic the Hedgehog cry, so let's go ahead and turn Urkel off and get to the show.
Welcome, everyone, to Pixel Pulse.
I feel like
Oh, this is my favorite show. I like
there's
this
a bunch
show.
more we could have done with that.
I know. We'll do more in the future for sure. That was really funny.
Okay. Do you guys know what this show is? Have you ever been here before?
What? No.
Unfortunately, I have. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am WaterMelvin. Unfortunately, I'm referred to as Water and Melvin, both in real life. Anyways,
Melvin of
I have
the water.
with me to my left a Agari Chew.
Ooh, Chew.
Or is that to your right? We don't know which way is the
His
right.
left, your right, my straight. Anyways, and to my right, I have GabrielSurgeVA.
Or am I? Maybe I've
You guys might want to
rebranded.
correct my plugs.
My name is Douglas.
Douglas.
That is all.
That is Douglas.
That is all.
That is all.
This is a show, by the way, where we talk about video game news. I don't know if you, the viewer, have ever seen this show before. We do sometimes talk about news. We also sometimes talk about sitcom intros. Melvin is going ape shit with the remote that doesn't have a battery for the fan. He's thinking that he can turn the fan off with it, but he can't do that. Do you want me to turn the fan off?
No, I was gonna make a joke about turning it up higher just to make you mad. But
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
that's why you. Apparently, that's why you.
Oh wow, that really picks up a lot.
That did actually pick up a lot. No, apparently, you already knew ahead of time that what I was gonna do, so you just removed the battery from the situation altogether.
It just doesn't have a battery. I need to get a new battery for it. Or if it does, it needs a new battery. I think it's what the problem.
It's like one of those watch batteries, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agari, who are you?
Who am I? I don't know. I've been gone for like a month.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
I haven't even been on this show before.
It's okay. The show hasn't been the show in a show.
Well, the show's been the show like the 2 days or 2 weeks ago. We had a show then. It was
Yeah.
Like, that happened.
2 days ago, there wasn't a show though.
No, not 2 days ago.
We didn't mention the forbidden word.
Really?
No, we did.
We mentioned
no.
Concord like
No. There we go. Speedrun.
Concord speedrun on any podcast. Go.
Why didn't one of the channels we flipped to was just the Concord show?
Concord show.
Wasn't that
You
that was one of the
know,
things that was going to be there,
The
right?
problem was, I don't remember anything about Concord to be able to go and give you a proper improv situation.
He's fucking like gaslit himself into thinking it never happened.
I assume Men in Black are a real thing because I don't remember that fucking game to save the life of me. And I did play it.
Damn.
So there was this little indie company called Sony, and they made this game called Concord. Have you ever heard of it? So Concord was this game that was on the market for less than the lifespan of a fly. Did you know that? A housefly lived longer than Concord was available on the U.S. market.
It's a shame that the Confederacy lasted longer than Concord.
But yeah, this is a show where we talk about video game news. I do have both the boys in the room. This is the first time this year we've had this, but also this is like the third episode this year. We've been busy boys.
Yeah, I'm attending college now. I've actually got to go write an essay after this.
Fucking based.
It is a research paper based on a specific IT career that I had to choose, and mine was penetration testing.
Oh.
Do you want to
know.
clarify what that is, because it is a very real thing?
So penetration testing. Oh. Ooh. Captain Froze said some big news happened yesterday for preservation of Xbox 360 games. Techman, look it up.
I don't know what we're talking about. Tell me about penetration testing. Don't say change the subject. I want to know about penetration.
No, I mean, I don't think chat wants to know about penetration.
Tell me about penetration. I want to know.
I want to know about penetration.
So penetration testing is essentially, if I were to be hired into like the say Pixel Pulse NCN. I almost said CNC. That is not. That is not.
We're gonna cut some
That
shapes.
is not what I.
Anyways,
Pixel Pulse INC Incorporated. Say we had like an actual server and we were doing like networking and stuff like that. We had website hosting. The general idea of what a penetration tester is, they would sit there and they would go through and examine all possible ways of entry into that network to ensure that there is no way hackers and other ne'er-do-wells would be able to get in there.
Mm-hmm. Is that part of the penetration test too? Where you give them,
that was the penetration.
You give them a little like throat sloppy.
chat never change.
Thank you, bacon, mac, and cheese.
Thank you for that comment.
I'm glad I got called out. Anyway, so penetration testing. God damn it. It's a very real thing where they use like social hacking and other things like that. They're essentially called white hat hackers. And we're not going to. And and because of that, they just essentially are just testing ways to break into a network consistently. So like one thing that could be an example would be say I get hired on as a quote unquote consulting company, but I'm actually an employee of like say Chase Banks. So Chase would hire me to go into their corporations and I would essentially interview each of their team members. And it would be up to me to figure out any sort of vulnerabilities, like also based on like looking through all their passwords, data querying, ensuring what's going on in that situation. Like a big one with companies that go and reset their passwords every 3 months or like every like year. They've discovered that a lot of people don't change their passwords. Actually, they, for an example, buttfuck33 could be like next year would be buttfuck34 and stuff like that, and they would just keep going up. And so there's like a series of methods like that, or like another one would be like, say, Gabe is in a HR position. He's interviewing me for a position there. I would be using social hacking to go and yes, the explanation. Buttfuck 69 explanation point would be a very strong password because of the explanation point and the 69. Thank you. Although you do need a capital letter on the butt and the fuck.
Yeah, and like an @ symbol would be nice somewhere in there.
But anyway, so in this situation where say Gabe would interview me, I would ask him a series of questions, as you know how you do during an interview to show that you're attentive and you care. You're supposed to ask questions. So in my like word would be like, hey Gabe, Mr. Gabriel, how would where would be a good place to get lunch around here?
Not Ziano's. I hate
like
that place.
Well, where do you like to go? I'm just not around here. I like to go to restaurants near here when I'm going on lunch. Where's a place you like to go?
Taco Bell.
Okay, thank you. So now I would know that Gabe goes to Taco Bell on his lunches. I would pretty much, if he went inside to get his food or any point in time, I would pretty much just follow. And, oh, hey, buddy, I happen to get lunch with you at the same exact time. And I would be close enough within your range to get a RF scanner onto your devices and act like I just know you as a person. Simple things like that would be like kind of what a penetration tester takes into effect and like takes into play.
So it's kind of like a reverse hacker.
Yeah, that's why I meant by like white hat hacker.
Okay,
almost.
yeah, all right.
Kind of like, yeah, and so... ethical hacker would be the proper term. And like there's other like versions of penetration tech. Like there's the cloud penetration tester. Which
I love Final Fantasy VII. I penetrate.
Womp womp womp.
No,
there is some ethical gooning in the business, yes, if you participate in the right space.
Any relation to ethical gooning.
Yeah, if you participate in the right no. You know what, Chad? Keep it up. I like these password suggestions. I might save some of them and use some of them.
what games have you guys been playing lately? I know you've been busy with college stuff, but you been gaming with anything in particular?
Marvel Rivals has been my main thing.
Yeah.
I pretty much I almost completed their battle pass about halfway through.
Yeah.
So like they just dropped the new characters on the 22nd. I'm almost done with the battle pass and everything.
Yeah.
But they made a nice addition to their battle pass I really like. So there was a problem that was going on with Marvel Rivals where you would have a bunch of leftover purple currency, and the purple currency was your battle pass currency. They now made it to where there is a infinitely chargeable source of blue credits at the end of it.
Yeah.
So now you can use your actual extra purple currency rather than just going to waste.
Yeah. Keep talking. I'm just adjusting the timer.
But so now before it's like you would just get through the whole entire thing, and then I like that one. That's it. That's the one I'm using. Ethical dollar sign Gooner save 420.
That's a good password.
But essentially, what I was thinking, or what I was talking about, because I lost track of what I was saying, because fucking ADHD is a goddamn menace. The blue currency is what you use to buy skins and stuff in Marvel Rivals. You can now infinitely get a source of blue currency if you complete the battle pass. Oh. Now it's 1,000 purple credits to 100 blue credits, but to me, in my mind, you earn like roughly, you can earn 360 from weeklies. You earn about 36 times like 7. So we'll say like close to 300 on like a daily. So we'll say like 200 and something for dailies. So, you would earn up to like 500 if you play for the week. And then you just keep doing your dailies, grinding out. Like, each 100 of those blue credits is pretty much just $1.
You keep hitting the turtle.
Yeah, no. Each 100 of those blue credits is $1. So that's pretty much if you think about it.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I really appreciate Marvel Rivals what they did, but then I also have the undeniable urge to neighborhood takeover in GTA San Andreas.
Yeah?
Do you know what neighborhood takeover was?
I've never played GTA anything.
You should.
You should.
San Andreas would be really good for you. I think you would like
shit.
that.
Here we go again.
Yep. That is exactly why I think you
San
should
Andreas
play it.
is such a good game.
And to be honest, the remasters aren't that bad right now because
I heard they got updated. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying them out recently, and the San Andreas remaster has been significantly improved. There are some things that make me go "fuck you, game,"
Yeah.
but that also might just be how San Andreas controlled back in the day.
It's very well.
Sometimes, like I still remember, because they do a thing where you can, if you have your keyboard and mouse, it's super easy, like aim down third person and shoot.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't really there before, and so because of that, it makes the game play a little funky when you like aim really well and do it.
That's fair.
So I noticed, like, say you're aiming forward, and if you like press back to like make CJ move towards you on the screen, rather than keeping his gun aimed towards you, he just holds it up in the air and he keeps firing it up in the air like that.
Yeah.
And so that's like kind of something to get used to. But then it's like, I remember they don't have that third person aiming usually as easily accessible. Or like that was one of the big additions for this remaster.
So basically, if you want, you can play it with a controller.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. I play with both. I have the control. I play it just like how I play GTA 5.
Yeah.
Which that's actually something else that we can
Enhanced,
talk about
yeah.
here.
Would you recommend controller or keyboard mouse?
I think the game works really well with controller. I just know that I like to aim with my keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
So like I have a setup where most of the time, like if I'm playing with the controller.
Mm-hmm.
But when I know combat's getting ready to come up, or if I know I'm about to cap this motherfucker in the side of the butt, I'm gonna go and I'll just put my controller down and just use my keyboard and mouse for like a couple seconds. It swaps seamlessly instantly.
Yeah.
Now, if you haven't gotten into GTA 5, they are currently going to be releasing an enhanced version of GTA 5. It's supposed to optimize the load times. It's supposed to make it more friendly for people who play the online to get into their game quicker. I'm wondering if they're going to add voice dialogue or anything like that again, because last time they did like an enhanced GTA 5, they fucking had so much dialogue. Like they added a shit ton of dialogue to the game.
I didn't know that because the enhanced edition was for consoles only for a minute, right?
No, it was next gen. So
the next gen, but not the enhanced version next gen.
No, the enhanced one is essentially just the third next gen.
Oh, okay.
For all intents and purposes, GTA Enhanced is probably just GTA PS5.
Yeah, probably.
And if you own it on PC, I got mine for free, apparently. It's saying I can preload the GTA Enhanced now.
I got it for free.
It comes out tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
I think it said March 3rd.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's tomorrow.
So that is for a lot of you if you like your GTA. I know, like, a big thing with you said, like, you probably didn't notice the dialogue being added. I mean, a lot of people probably just play the story mode once and then they don't go back.
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot of people are probably using it for GTA RP now or whatever.
Oh yeah, because that community is huge, and I wonder how the GTA RP community is going to get with the enhanced version.
They probably won't be able to use it right away.
Probably not, but I mean, I would imagine that somebody is going to be working on it in the background. This is an intense sexual stare down right now.
No, it's one-sided.
It's
like
one-sided.
Just like most of my affections. But
he was giving me like Melvin was looking at me. I was
giving him the most intense fuck me eyes I possibly could.
He was looking at me like the new Shrek design was looking at the mirror. And it was very concerning.
Yeah, what's up with that? And then Zendaya's just in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't be upset about Zendaya being in shit because that just means she's working. Like, girls gotta work.
So, like for me, I don't mind the design, the redesign,
she's just a girl,
because it's like Sorry, I heard the turtle still go off.
Taking this goddamn.
No, please.
I can't even get it to.
It's only for me.
Yeah, fuck you.
Anyways, I don't mind the design because I watched that Puss in Boots movie, The Last Wish.
Yeah.
And I really liked the art style of The Last Wish.
Yeah.
And from what it seems like, they're trying to make him look more realistic because I get it. What Shrek was, I'm going to get this wrong. What, 2001 for the first movie?
Yeah, no, that was correct.
Yeah? Okay.
You are spot on.
And then
yes.
Shrek 2 was.
It's one of my
2004.
favorite jokes to be like, if she's younger than Shrek,
Then what?
then don't touch it.
Oh.
But because I just like, for me, it's like, it's been, I can't even remember how many years since what, Shrek the Third, Shrek 4, whatever the fourth one was. I can't remember the fourth one.
Shrek
But
Forever After.
Forever After.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know, like,
Which is actually better than Shrek 3. Shrek Forever After is actually kind of goated.
I just think it's I think it's a design choice.
Yeah.
That's what I'll say. I don't hate it. It's a choice.
I think it's also a product of, Shrek Forever After even looked a little bit different compared to Shrek 1, 2, and 3. I think a lot of it just has to do with better CG animation.
Definitely. I mean,
and-
like Donkey too is like his fur is fur. It's not anything how it used to look like anymore.
Donkey and fucking Shrek Forever After, however, I will argue, looked like way too real. Donkey looked out of place real.
Sorry, I'm just looking up the Shrek look now to compare. He looks
aged.
Well, I think that's intentional because
Yeah.
like the kids aged up, so like Shrek's like old, so like that's fine.
That's what my thought is. Like he just looks like he's older. Like sure, it's not.
I mean, yeah, like he does look a little bit older, but for me, it just looks like more like just the design in general was more round.
Yeah,
Almost as if like they're using a different like software.
yeah. I mean, they
Right.
probably are.
Yeah.
I think it's just that Shrek himself.
I think Donkey looks terrible personally.
Yeah, they
I-
just look different and maybe uncanny to what we're used to. But I think some people have said that this is like the ugly Sonic of Shrek movies. I don't feel like
I
it's
don't
that
either.
egregious.
No. I think this is also just
I don't hate it, but I'm also not in the favor of liking it.
Yeah.
I just want to say, like, people are taking it a lot harsher than it should be taken.
Right.
Because maybe, I don't know, maybe people are.
There are some
nostalgic.
passionate Shrek fans out there. I'll tell you what, some people really mean it when they say Shrek is love, Shrek is life. What's with that face? You made a very
I'm just
grumpy
responding.
face to me admitting that.
No, I was just asked to give a friend a ride before 10, but it's like we're in the middle of the show, so I don't think I can do that.
Oh.
And I don't know how much of an urgent like ride it is. I mean, I can always leave early, but
No. I mean, I gotta leave for work here before 10. So
what time do you need to go?
10.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we can wrap it up then.
Yeah.
Well, then if that's the case, maybe we should move on.
Yeah, do you want to try and
let's
keep
go
this like
ahead.
a tight show then?
Yeah, let's keep it a little tight. I was gonna go into just the fact that I have been. I just want to briefly say, still addicted to Balatro.
Yeah.
Can't stop fucking playing Balatro. Want to run on Orange Steak the other day, and my life is ruined. I have a gambling addiction. Let's move on. Our first topic of the day, I don't have it pulled up because I'm unprepared, is my topic. We're going to go today. The order, by the way, is going to be me, Melvin, then Austin. Okay. So, boys, let me tell you something. Over the course of this show, I have maybe been called a few names. I've been called a gamer. I was really offended by that.
Wow.
I've been called a Xenoblade enjoyer. I was really offended by that.
What?
But above all else, I was once called the Nintendo Defender by a chat member forever ago. Not even during this show, but someone once called me the Nintendo Defender. So here I am being the Nintendo Defender. Here I am ruining my career as the Nintendo Defender because I'm actually kind of livid at Nintendo for once. Nintendo has announced that they are axing the My Nintendo Gold Point system, as well as potentially not doing the vouchers on Nintendo Switch 2. That one is with an asterisk because they might do a separate program for that. They didn't officially say that. They just said that current vouchers that you own on Switch 1 won't work on Switch 2, which is weird.
That feels really weird, like especially since this is like a very recent thing that they developed and put out.
Yeah. But the bigger thing for me is the gold points. Have either of you ever used your
frequently
your gold points on Switch?
I think I only had like 140 silver points, but no gold coins.
You whenever you purchase stuff digitally through the online eShop store,
okay.
It's like the Epic Rewards.
Okay.
No.
Also, if you get something physically, if you go to the eShop with the game in cart, it'll give you the credits for it.
So for context for people, every time you make a purchase with your Nintendo eShop account, it'll go and distribute a percentage of cash back towards your next purchase, or if save up and put towards a purchase.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much just the best way I can think of it to explain it best.
Yeah, you get, I think, on a digital purchase, you get, I think, I want to say like no more than 10% back. Even then, I think that's high. But you can get a decent amount of money back for free. Essentially, this whole program was just a free way of getting extra money, and for Nintendo, that's kind of incredible because they never fucking put their games on sale.
It was kind of like their replacement for the My Nintendo.
Yeah,
also.
there was that.
I remember back in the day, we used to go into the Family Video and pop open the cases, and then we'd steal the My Nintendo codes out of the cases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I used to have one of those giant 3DS AR cards. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I had one of those too. Not the giant ones, but the normal AR cards.
I also had a physical version of Majora's Mask soundtrack that I got as a Club Nintendo reward, but then that car got into an accident and I never found the disc, so couldn't get that back. But as for the My Nintendo rewards, after they axed Club Nintendo,
the guy that died in the accident.
Yeah, it was me. I died. As well as any respect that I had for the Legend of Zelda franchise also died with that car accident, because after that came Tears of the Kingdom and I was mad. Anyways, so the My Nintendo Gold points, you'd get like, I want to say like either like 7% or 10% back from your purchase. It was significant enough that when I bought Balatro for myself, I was able to get Okami HD on Switch for completely free because I had that much saved up in gold points on my Switch.
Wow.
I mostly buy digital, and I mostly buy games on my Switch. I don't buy a lot on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
I do every now and then, but mostly I play on Switch, right? So I had a lot saved up. Nintendo must have realized that too many people are having too many good deals because they have announced that program is going kaput. Starting by the end of March, you can no longer receive gold points. If you have gold points, they're valid up to a year. So they're not going to immediately say you can't use them, but still, I think that this is nothing but just a scummy bad thing, especially when Nintendo has been doing nothing but gangbusters during the Switch era. It makes me wonder if a replacement system is coming instead related to Switch 2, but even then, I can't really find a lot of ways to justify this. It just seems shitty to me.
It seems very unconsumer friendly.
Yeah. And like I said, a lot of Nintendo first party games don't get put on sale, and a lot of them honestly are really overpriced for what it is. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, a remake of a Wii game that was also remade on 3DS. On Wii, it was $50. On 3DS, it was $40. On Switch, which by the way,
60.
the Switch version barely changes anything. It more or less just looks like the game's running in Dolphin with an HD texture pack, really. And it's $60. Now, to be fair, so far, Tears of the Kingdom remains the only Switch game that has gone to the $70 price tag. I feel like that's going to change with Switch 2, though. I feel like we might see a lot more of that. I hope not.
I do believe it is the 3DS version too, yes.
Yeah, it's mostly based on the 3DS version. It has the new levels from the 3DS version, which is nice. So any of the content that was in the 3DS version is now available on a console, which I guess is nice. But again, this is a 10-year-old game. There's no reason that this needs to be $60.
$30.
Skyward Sword, again, that was... Skyward Sword HD was another game that was $50, brought to Switch. They made it $60. Why? There was a remake of a Mario and Donkey Kong game that was on the Game Boy Advance, which was originally, I think, like $30 or $40. That was also a $60 release last year. So Nintendo just puts pretty much anything that they put out at $60. There's a rare instance of a $50 game, which is where the vouchers are sort of nice. The voucher system is you can spend $100 and get 2 vouchers, which lets you redeem 2 games with the voucher, or 2 separate games with you get 2 vouchers, 1 game per voucher. Sorry, I'm confusingly.
You would essentially save $20 and then some.
Yeah. Which is nice. It's a good program, especially if you're getting a game like Tears of the Kingdom.
Or if you're someone who's very loyal to Nintendo and they do this in general, it's very nice.
Yeah. For me, I play a lot of Nintendo games. You know, I got Xenoblade X with a voucher. I have an extra voucher waiting in the ring that I don't know what I'm going to throw it at just yet. I might throw it at that Donkey Kong game just because I don't want to spend that extra. You know, I feel like the game's probably worth $30 at best.
I'm surprised you didn't get the new Pokemon coming soon.
ZA, I might get that if it's voucher compatible. I'll maybe get it. I am looking forward to that.
I would definitely just save it for that. I think it's very upsetting that Nintendo is doing more non-consumer friendly practices. I dislike that it's doing this, especially considering they remove a lot of their abilities to play all their old stuff too. And so you're telling me these games that you're removing any sort of backwards compatibility for me to play with, you're going to charge me $60 to replay it.
I will say, at least in regards to backwards compatibility, Switch 2 was already confirmed to be backwards compatible. So like any of these games are available on Switch 2, but it still doesn't justify the price point, especially for these games that are
more
like,
so like the 3DS game.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so why do I have to pay more than $30 to play this game?
Yeah, I agree.
And it's like, okay, so there's no old, I can't use emulation to play it. I could use emulation to play it, but they don't like that.
Right.
So
yeah,
you can't go back and play the 3DS version of it digitally because they got rid of their eShop.
It's a shame. Nintendo really doesn't seem to give that much of a shit about game preservation, and then what they'll do instead is they'll release it full price, sometimes even at a higher price several years down the road, when any other company would release, you know, okay, if it's a remaster, okay, maybe there's an argument to be had there. But like DK Returns HD is not a remaster. It's just it's a port at best. You know. You okay over there? You've been kind of quiet.
I mean, like, I don't really have too much, just because, again, I'm not really super involved with a lot of games right now. I'm unfortunately stuck in my Valorant Destiny rut again. I'm trying to get out of there, but I've never really noticed these things because I'm so used to just buying cheap games online with Steam. That's usually where I play my games nowadays is Steam. I get them for free through Epic Games, or like the newest game that I've recently played was that new game called Repo that just came out. It's like $8 on Steam. Super
It is
fun.
actually very good.
It's very fun. It's very fun.
I think it's pretty much the next Lethal Company for that cycle.
Yeah.
Base.
It just has a really strong physics engine based around it with the Lethal Company edge.
What's it called?
It's called Repo. Just REPO. They have like a nice little like fun text to chat, like text to speech. Yeah. Combine that with like in-game microphone that can trigger some enemies and stuff like that. It's a pretty decent horror game. It's pretty good, actually. Okay. Me and Wes ended up doing a run. That was really fun.
Yeah, I did. I played with him last night, and it was really fun.
I was on after you. Actually.
Oh, were you? Yeah, because
no one said anything to me. I was playing GTA.
Oh, so. Okay. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're fine. I don't care.
But still, it's a very fun game. I haven't really experienced most of like the savings or whatnot with Nintendo games, because with my Switch, I play it every once in a while, but it's still hard for me to like find a good console game to really want to be into. And like, I still have your copy of Xenoblade. I still need to play that. I have all the Pokemon games on my Switch that I really want to play that I just haven't played. I even have my 3DS that has all the games that I have.
When you I was gonna talk about that too in a second, but are you playing these games with friends or are you playing them solo?
I'm playing them solo.
You're playing Valorant solo?
For the most part.
Why?
I don't know. I don't reach out to people. That's honestly it. I just don't reach out to people.
I don't reach out to you because I assume you're playing with people all the time. Why are you playing these games alone? Don't play Valorant solo, Q. That's for poopy heads, you motherfucker.
It really is. But
it's like playing Counter-Strike solo. It's miserable.
Don't think about it, man. That's literally what it is. I
told myself to stop playing Valorant alone because every time I do, I usually end up making friends with a bunch of e-girls, and it kind of gets really weird.
Yeah. No, Valorant's full of e-girls.
They ask me personal questions like, why are you so emotionally distant? And why don't you talk to me anymore? And I can't.
It's just something that doesn't pop into my head, because for the most part, if I'm playing something, I'm just playing it, especially Destiny, because Destiny is something that I can kind of solo grind. And every once in a while, I play with a couple of friends on Destiny, but like, if I'm playing Valorant, I'm usually either playing with one person or I'm playing by myself.
You should turn off Destiny and start playing Witchfire.
Witchfire?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Witchfire is a indie developed game that plays identical to Destiny almost, but you do solo runs in like an extraction based like wave shooter.
Ooh.
So you pretty much play as a witch hunter, and you get teleported into the zone. There's like the extraction points all around the map. You clear the enemies, you grab the loot, you extract and level up and do your stuff, and it plays like Destiny with the shooting, like straight up just Destiny.
Really?
Yeah, like Destiny double jump and everything. You should look into Witchfire, definitely.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I've been doing, let's say, really getting into pirate games, if you could say that. You know,
I love Yakuza.
I really love pirating. A lot.
with Majima, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I've kind of taken a stance now to where there's been a lot of games coming out really bad, really poorly. I haven't really been enjoying a lot of these newer ones. So I have taken to trying pirating games to see if I enjoy them a bit more before I decide to purchase in-game purchasing things. If you get what I'm saying.
You're not being very coy about it when you just say I'm pirating games. I'm literally pirating games, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, I know, that's why I don't care. But no, I don't know, I've been pirating a lot more lately just because there's some things, like a lot of the Sony ones, I like, when they really release their games over to PC, I've been just pirating them because I own them all on PlayStation 5. I don't know what the ethical area in that is, considering I didn't want the fucking PlayStation 5, Sony. I would have just bought the goddamn games for PC if it came out already, you motherfucks. I bought a PlayStation 5 for Silent Hill 2, and it came to PC the same day. Turk me to the next topic.
Did you play Astrobot?
I want to.
Do you still have your PS5 or did you sell it?
No, I have my PlayStation 5. My brother uses it. We just played through Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Based.
It was a very good remake. A very, very good remake.
But yeah, just to kind of circle back, I've never really experienced the benefits of what Nintendo offered, and I wasn't even aware of it because I would just receive emails and that's
Stop
very
fucking
distracting.
Bowser. He is dry humping the Bowser plush right now. Stop it.
God! Oh my God!
The nuts, the feeling.
I never really experienced it because I wasn't aware of what I was looking at because I would get emails occasionally be like, oh, you have 140 silver coins or whatever. And,
Well, the silver points are different from the gold points.
right, but I never had the gold points. I just had the silver, and I never noticed like any sort of benefits or anything because it was such like a background thing for me. I guess I was like, oh,
They really didn't do anything with the silver points except for give you icons and like themes and stuff for your profile. It was really sad. They used to be cool. The points used to reward physical material objects.
Oh, you can still get stuff like that, I think, on the My Nintendo website.
Yeah, but it's all like printout shit. They don't have anything that they just send you anymore half the time.
I haven't looked in a while. But yeah, I think it's dumb that they're removing it. I'm not a fan. And Nintendo is doing fine financially, so I don't really see why they need to do like the Switch. Yeah, it's slowing down in sales, but it's still selling very well, and the Switch 2 is going to do gangbusters. I'm fairly confident. So, like, I really don't see why they would announce this now, even. Like,
because
I don't
fuck
get
the
it.
consumers.
Yeah.
I could like understand maybe if like, oh, we're gonna try a new system out that we're gonna announce to replace this.
As
But
of
they
right
didn't
now,
do it.
no announcement for a replacement service has been made. So as far as we can react to and talk about, they're just axing it for the sake of axing it.
We love it.
It would be nice if they replace it, but until they do, I will choose to be mad about it. That is my stance.
That's fair.
It's a very good reason to be mad.
That's fair.
I think we should move on to the next topic.
What did you bring today for show and tell, Mr.
Well,
Agari?
it's you next, though.
Yeah, your
Are
topic.
we doing me next?
Yeah, you next, buddy.
Why are we doing me next?
Because that's what the list
I
says.
always go first.
You're going second.
I always go second. So today I found out that Microsoft is going to be discontinuing Skype in place of Microsoft Teams.
07's in chat.
So I don't know.
007?
007.
I don't know how long you boys have been of the internet in this existence. I'm sure we've all been in our fair share of Skype
still
calls
a
together.
fetus.
Because we've all done Skype calls together. Like
I remember Skype. Oh,
Skype playing PUBG as children. Now Microsoft Teams does have that ringtone. Actually, it's fun fact at my work. Every time like a phone call comes in from outside the building, all of the computers start playing Skype ringtones. And so you hear the Skype ringtones very quietly out of the corner of your ear while you're working on something, and the next thing you know, over the intercom is you're really fucking like loud ringtone. It's crazy, stupid shit. Fucking ugh.
rest in peace, Skype, though.
So yeah, Skype's gone. I wanted to take a moment to reflect on Skype and like what were some memories that you guys have on Skype? Was it the first time where you guys got groomed? Was it the first time you might have like actually like made like a relationship with someone? Have you seen a penis on Skype before? Did you ever show your penis on Skype before?
No comment. I don't know. I remember using Skype
On
when
to
I
the
first
next
got my
topic,
PC.
I was gonna say I can answer like one of those.
I
like,
remember playing games with people through Skype. I remember doing like a Minecraft series a long time ago with a group of people on
It
Skype.
was mostly Minecraft for me as well, yeah. I met my longtime internet friend Kenzie I met him on a Minecraft server, but we mostly communicated through Skype. It was based.
Yeah, that's how it was. You'd just play Minecraft servers. You'd find random strangers. They'd be like, "You want to be on my friends on Skype?"
I remember there was one time I was playing. I think it was like Smash 4 or something with Kenzie on Skype, and there was just a moment where like I was quiet for like 30 minutes or something. He told me, and he didn't leave the call. He just hung out there in pure silence. Didn't ask me what was going on, and then eventually he was just like, Gabe? And I was like, yeah. He's like, did you fall asleep? And I was like, yeah. He just sat there for 30 minutes while I was sleeping, I guess.
Agari, do you have any like memories of Skype?
God, I have too many memories of Skype. I had a lot of because you couldn't could you change your display name or your username?
You could.
Okay, because I remember changing my name.
Wastelander 9999 on there.
I remember it all. I remember that, and I changed my username a lot when I was younger, though.
For context, it was Wastelander 9999 because I was a 9000th Wastelander in Obsidian Fallout New Vegas.
Proud of you.
Supposed to be a joke.
I'm proud of you.
It was supposed to be the NPC. I was supposed to be another NPC.
But I don't really have much specific memories other than just playing games and hanging out with people and talking. I think we used Skype a lot too.
Yeah, we used to play a lot with our friend Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
And all like Connor and like Will and stuff like that. You both actually have been affected by my time in Skype because distinctly Xenosys is from my Skype days. I met with Xenosys back in 2011 in September.
God, that's so long ago now.
Yeah. So there's that. I personally was groomed on Skype myself. I was 15 and I was in a long distance relationship with a 19-year-old.
Dude, Skype walked so that Discord could run.
Yeah, now look at all these Discord kittens. So that's the thing, though. I guess I wanted to follow this up too. Did you guys use anything before Skype? Because I know of TeamSpeak for myself.
I didn't use TeamSpeak.
I'm not a gamer.
There was Curse, like voice chat.
I did use Curse for a small moment.
I did too because our friend Aaron made us use it.
Yeah, Curse was interesting. I didn't mind it, but I just didn't use it as much as I used like Skype. I didn't use TeamSpeak that much either. I used it for like a couple gaming servers, a couple GTA RP servers, just because, like how integration with that kind of stuff is nowadays, at least with TeamSpeak. But I've never used another program outside of Skype or Discord, or, those are the most commonly used or were commonly used that I would say.
Yeah, I use the Nintendo Switch Online mobile app to talk to my friends.
I remember that. I guess and then
I've never used that.
Did you guys swap from Skype to Discord? Was that what made you guys do that jump, or did you jump from something else after Skype?
I just went from Skype to Discord. I remember I ran a Minecraft server for a time, and we wanted to get like a forums going, like one of those like old like forum. I forget the name of it, but you could pay like a monthly fee and own a forum website, and it seemed cool at the time. And then
Discord just does it on their own now.
Yeah, Discord not only was Skype, but it also came with
Reddit.
Forum functions in it. And so from there we pretty much switched to Discord back in like 2016 or whatever. And I've used it ever since. Almost 10 years.
I pretty much made the same swap, just went straight from Skype to Discord, and I haven't found anything else that I wanted to change to. I know TeamSpeak has been trying to push updates to kind of make it look more like Discord.
Discord's it. Unfortunately, they've won. I hope there's some sort of solid competitor that shows up, so that way Discord still has to compete. But otherwise, Discord's won.
My question is, what's like I guess like competition's good for any business, but like what do we want Discord to do that it doesn't already do? Like,
I guess for me is I just want an alternative in case Discord decides to start charging more for Nitro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they already charges like 13 for Nitro when it was originally like $7.99, I think, back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's already gone up. I've seen Netflix do it. I don't like that Netflix does that shit. I ain't gonna like that they do that shit.
Captain Frost says sell vouchers.
So I would like us all to take a moment of silence for Skype. It's been great. Pour one out for the software that was just the beginning of a lot of young emo sexual fantasies.
Hand me that kazoo that's behind your laptop. Okay. A moment of silence.
Well, you're supposed to play from the other end?
You can play it from either end.
It sounds so much better when you go through the big end. I just don't know how to use a kazoo. I don't know. My first thought was to rip the top of it and put a grating on it and then put some nice smokable herbs and spices in there. And so with that moment of silence, I think we should move on from this subject. For those of you who want that nice Skype atmosphere, Microsoft Teams seems to be the next step on that one.
I don't give a shit.
Microsoft Teams is
I don't give a shit.
Microsoft Teams is for the gamers at the office.
The gaming office.
I just have to be honest. I'm sorry.
We'll make a gaming office. That's our new sitcom that we're gonna have.
The gaming office.
The gaming outlet office.
What are you doing over there? I'm trying to avoid shitting myself because Darnold keeps ruining the bathroom with his book reading.
Austin, what's your topic, bud?
Oh boy. So we don't have a camera here, so we can't see anyone else.
Yeah, the American Sign Language.
Yeah, the American Sign Language
is while the corpse has gone to a certain state of liquidation.
Yeah, he's
Liquid.
It was a he
sign languager.
Was it?
We've had
I can't
several.
remember. We've had several sign languagers.
We've had several.
Yeah.
This is like the 17th one.
Well, this is only episode 11. So how many have we killed per episode?
I have a quota of at least 2.
You guys have been doing them off while I was gone? What the hell?
They just melt, dude. They
Is the
come in
redheaded
here.
one still okay?
No.
No. That one died like episode
All
3.
right, start your subject.
Okay. So for just context here, I am wearing an esports team jersey, which is wow, I know, which is my favorite esports team right now. I'm going to be talking about Bowser.
It's in the hand, not the chest.
Other hand. There you go.
Oh.
He's having so much fun with that Build-A-Bear.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking just a little bit about esports. Not the fact that esports are imploding.
Have you heard of Super
He was
Smash
waiting for me to
Brothers?
say it. No, I'm not going to dog on esports. I just think they're overexpanding a little hard.
I think
Snoop Dogg.
Okay, so
What was the Snoop Dogg esport thing that you were saying before the show?
So Snoop Dogg received multiple millions of dollars to be signed to part of FaZe, which is an esports team.
And what is the benefit of signing on Snoop Dogg? Is he actually goated, or did they just want the publicity?
Exactly the problem with the entire scenario.
Yeah.
Which is why I think esports is overexpanding in the wrong direction.
I see why you think that, but not all teams do this.
Yeah, but the problem is there's a lot of them doing that.
Right, but not all teams do this. There's a lot of them that do it, but from what at least from the teams that I've looked at, a lot of them, sure, they got like, they're not hiring in celebrities to be a part of their team, or they're like, for example, I'm wearing a Sentinels jersey right now. They hired in Shroud a long time ago because they wanted him to be on the team just because he was a good player.
I mean, Shroud was also good, back in the day. So
right, but when you know people, at least for
nowadays, no, I mean, I'm not like talking about those. I'm talking about direct superstar like hiring. Like there is a level like Snoop Dogg. There's other like celebrities that were hired on by the other esports teams as well.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I just in general think that esports itself has overexpanded in a bad direction.
Okay. I see.
Because now there is a large amount of profit they're sinking into these companies that are not going to come back, because how the fuck are you going to go and make profit off of Snoop Lion being unfazed?
That's fair. I see where you're coming from now. But I'm not going to be looking in towards that kind of area. I'm just kind of looking into like the idea of how cool it has become now, knowing that, well, I did a little bit of researching. So esports originally started back in 1972, actually, for a game called Space War. And that was the first ever.
Space War?
Yeah, it was just like a PDP-1 computer playing Space War. That's all it was. And it was just like a tournament. Like, as far as I am aware, at least.
Are we talking like pro esports, or this was like the first documented case of like people putting money while playing a game?
This is like the first like official
competition, probably.
Yeah.
Was this where the term esport was coined, or?
Technically, yes. 1972, when they were playing Space War. In this article, at least, it describes that it was.
What's the source, by the way?
The source is from USA academicsports.com. Academicesports.com, excuse me. They are they are saying that the first documented esports was in 1972, just a decade after Intergalactic Space War had or the Space War game had been announced, and it was actually known as the Intergalactic Space War Olympics. So it wasn't like it was a tournament.
I was gonna say another good example of early esports would be in the Nintendo Championship cartridges. Yeah. I don't know if you remember, if you might know those games. Mm-hmm. So like those things, each one had like different like starting like positions and stuff you could set on the cartridge, and then it would give you a series of games to play.
They did it again in 2017 with the same cartridge.
Yeah. They did re-release something like that, yes. So essentially, yeah, that esports have been around for quite some time in a way. I think a big one, like another like big like org you can think of recently though. You can think of like the Overwatch org also had their own esports separately. Mm-hmm. I guess when you're using a term like esports, like what you're doing now, I guess. Which part of it are you specifically discussing?
I want to,
because if we bring up like StarCraft 2's esports, StarCraft 2's esports is gone at this point. StarCraft 2 is a dying game.
Yeah, but it's just more of like, I'm kind of looking in. Okay, how do I describe this the way that I am looking at it? Because I'm not looking at it as like, yeah, like that existed, but it doesn't exist anymore. It's like, it's more of like, I'm just talking about how cool in general the idea of esports is.
I mean, like there is definitely a cultural zeitgeist shift that has gone and made it to where these closeted hobbies originally, so like D&D, people would get bullied and like tortured and stuff for D&D. That was usually a closeted hobby that a lot of people would have. That's why they're always like, they played in the basement. And it's like now it's such a mainstream thing. Esports itself. It's
normalized.
Now, I think a large part of that has to do with streaming.
Yes.
When it comes to esports.
I agree.
I think with a lot of the streamers nowadays existing, there are a lot of esports streamers, and it's that direct link to where you can watch professionals play your favorite games. Mm-hmm. I think that's what helps make esports thrive.
Yeah.
Like me, for instance, I didn't really care much about the League of Legends esports, but I liked Sneaky from Cloud9. Mm-hmm. But it's like you probably, like you mentioned, Sentinels is your favorite. I'm sure there's a couple of them you just watch regularly on Twitch every once in a while.
The one that's on this jersey, his name is Zelsis. I watch him all the time.
So it's like I think a large part of esports definitely has grown with the fact that Twitch streaming and stuff like that is now a more regular and viable thing.
Right.
And we've come a very long way from just TV.
Exactly. And like I have a lot of nostalgia around that too. Again, I'm kind of kicking up the nostalgia dust, but with that, I remember when Katowice was around for Counter-Strike. and how big that event was getting. And
I wish I was capable of remembering.
there's just so many. It used to start out as something that was just so minimal.
Or like Call of Duty is another big one.
Yeah.
Where Call of Duty esports wasn't anything until fucking Warzone came out to be a thing. And so many people can play Warzone because it's free and viable. And there's so many streamers that are playing these games as well. I think that's why the Call of Duty esports scene is also very large, because it's like the Fortnite esports scene where the game is super free, easy to get into. You can see your fucking neighbor play it if you really want to. And so it is very nice that streaming has gone and helped out the esports side of things. It's also a shame to watch that some of the esports have died out. Like the Smash Bros. Community one has really taken a lot of hits because of Nintendo's restrictions on their tournaments and stuff like that. I think a lot of like the StarCraft one has died out. There's a lot of failure in esports as well.
There is, yeah.
And I think where we're at today, I think the esports is going to probably have to shift a little bit, because we're seeing a lot of organizations go bankrupt. Like FaZe is filing for bankruptcy. There's a series of that. I think a lot of esports is going to resemble what we're going to see during gaming's kind of like development right now, where we're seeing a lot of the larger gaming companies fail due to poor performance or over expenditure of their budgets. I think that's what we're going to see with esports, where a lot of the more popular ones who don't go and keep to a budget are going to fail out eventually, because I don't think there's a lot of profits based in esports.
Well, then let me ask you this. Do you think we've hit a golden age of esports yet?
I think we've had our golden age of esports.
Do you think it was around that CSGO time period?
I think,
like 2010, 20...
Around there, yeah.
16
I think like around CSGO and League of Legends were both popping off. We had Dota 2. Overwatch even had like a very solid esports league. Now, that being said, I'm very interested to see what Marvel Rivals does with esports, because Marvel Rivals is a very competitive game and it's very viable.
Right.
It even has their own built-in faction system to where you can make your own esports team and go and compete in actual local tournaments for a $15,000 prize pool in Marvel Rivals.
So another thing I want to pull up too is just because of like how expansive it's become too for esports. Like depending on the game that you play, obviously it's going to vary with how stadiums and stages get sold out. But like I just watched Masters Bangkok yesterday for Valorant, dude. And that's all the way in fucking Thailand and it's sold out.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I think a large part of it again is like esports in general has that added capability of it's more accessible than other sport, like watching football, American football, domestic football. If you're watching domestic football, there's obviously we'll say, I don't know the exact amount of a team on a football team, but 40 people, like probably 20 for defense, 20 for offense, kicker, whatever the hell. So it's like those 40 people are the only people that can realistically experience the sport. But when you're playing Counter-Strike and you and I are booting into Counter-Strike, that's our chance. That's for us to feel like we're participating, that we have that shot at being a professional ourselves. I know I fucking had to go against a global elite before in fucking Counter-Strike and it's miserable. But I think a large part of why esports is going to continue growing is because the digital footprint is consistently growing as well. Like, I think the fact that streaming itself is becoming bigger and bigger every day.
Every day, yeah.
Is going to go hand in hand with esports becoming bigger every day.
I see. Oh, God.
I got a question. Do you guys consider speedrunning to be an esport?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would consider it.
Because of like AGDQ and stuff like that.
I consider a competition based on an electronic. I think it's a set of skills that you have to practice. You don't just, with speedrunning, you have to practice it. I feel like there is no just naturally being like, I'm going to know all these things going into this first boot up.
Right.
Because a lot of people, too, like I've noticed a lot of at least basic standard people that watch esports, they're like, oh, it's a trophy. Then that means it's an esport. It's not. I feel like it's a broad term. So like there's more that fits under that umbrella for esports. But I do know some people that they're like, oh, there's a trophy involved. So then it's a sport. I mean, or like, some sort of reward at the end of it.
And like usually with speedrunning, it's records.
Yeah.
So like that checks for me, right? Like,
right.
Like a lot of them will do speedrunning events for like charity and stuff like that. I think it's I guess it's kind of like hot dog eating is still considered a sport.
Mm.
Why wouldn't you?
I love eating hot dogs. I'm
But
really good at that. I can do two hot dogs. That's it. Just two.
2 hot dogs.
I like 4. Usually is like I usually get.
You usually do about 3.
I don't know. I don't want to like put a damper on it because I don't think esports is doing terrible. I think there are some esports orgs who are going to fail. But I still think like I think our golden age was maybe back when like TSM was playing in like League of Legends.
Well, if you think about it though, we still have people like Faker.
Yeah, like Faker and people still exist.
And T1.
And that's why I'm not saying it's not like in a massive decline. I'm just saying I don't think we're in a golden age anymore.
Right. And I do
mostly because I think esports is now directly tied with streaming, unfortunately.
Now, let me argue this. I think that maybe we are not there in a golden age, but maybe we're becoming of time to where we might hit a golden age. As long as, companies do what they're supposed to do and not spend the money unnecessarily. Sure, it's hard to run an esports team. There's a lot of people. Moist Critical, he runs his own esports team. He just bought Shopify Rebellion with fucking Ludwig. And
he had the massive problem though where he couldn't even get his team into America.
Yeah, there's a lot of problems in the esports scene. And
it's like and that's I think we're just going to see the esports scene shift a little bit.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a reduction in like live events. And I think we're going to see an increase in digital events.
And I kind of, if it does go that route, I'll be a little sad because I'm going to be going to Masters Toronto this year out in Canada. And I'm going to be watching Valorant live. I'm going to sit there in the stadium and I'm going to have an excellent fucking time.
How much are tickets of that?
I don't know. They're not for sale yet. But if you want to go.
He's planning on it.
I mean,
what if they're sold out and you don't get a chance? What are you going to do?
I'm just going to watch it online.
You're going to choke a bitch? You're going to get their ticket?
But no, you got to put out for a bitch to get her ticket.
But I mean, like, I love that there's a live event that's like 8 hours away from me that I can see. That's like a whole ass tournament. That's that's a bucket list thing for me. I want to experience this live. I want to be in this electric crowd.
I get it. I want to go see wrestling live.
Yeah, like it's like I want to be in something like that. I've gone to music festivals I've gone to a music festival. I've gone to concerts and like they're fun, but it's not something that I'm super interested in. And I am super interested in like Valorant.
So I get what you're saying. It's like you want to go to an event that's based around your hobby.
Yeah.
I mean, let's realistically look at it. Like we've been wanting to be esports professional players ever since we were children.
Yeah.
That's why we practice aiming and doing all the things we did.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's why when I play Counter-Strike, I still play as if I'm in upper gold like I was before.
Still warm up, still do all the stuff that you're supposed to do.
It's miserable.
It is miserable.
I hate it. I hate the Counter-Strike 2 ranking system so fucking much now.
Have you played like is it the numbers?
No,
one?
I'm doing the one where you play the maps individually.
Okay.
And still get like the old school ranks.
Okay.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Because you sit there, you get through them. I'm silver 2, and I got ran up against a legendary Eagle Master.
What is that ranking difference?
It's the third one from the top.
What the fuck? Why is that? Why would they do that though?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Apparently, if I'm good enough to fight these opponents that I used to be able to be good enough to fight, why am I not in this rank?
Right. It makes no sense.
Like, I don't know. I think where we're at in esports, though, is I could see maybe a golden age coming. I just don't think it's going to be the same as we had before.
And then one more question, I guess, is do you think that we're going to have, I mean, we have household names like for regular sports people. Do you think we're going to have household names for like Faker, for like,
I mean, I think you just answered your own question.
I know, but like
the Game Awards definitely try to push that. Half the time, there's so many like awards given to like esports players and teams, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you just said, bro. But the crowd goes wild for him. So
I think a large part of that comes down to us. Like,
right?
You think of like household names. I think of like Faker. I think of Sneaky. I think of Reginald and
Shroud. Even
Shroud.
Summit 1G.
I think of the Fnatic team from Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Like. I think of
Pasha Biceps.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
a big name.
Pasha, Aldenmeister,
Mm-hmm.
Olaf Meister. I mean,
Yeah.
like that. I think you already answered your own question. Like, there are household names in esports.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
I just don't. Obviously, I don't think esports will necessarily reach. Well, actually, no. They're Ninja.
Ninja. Yeah.
Ninja, literally
That's
Ninja.
fair.
Ninja. Everyone knows Ninja. A lot of kids know Ninja. I'm fairly certain more people know Ninja than some football stars.
I'd believe that. Because
Oh, yeah.
he's a real big staple name.
Like that's this thing. Like I think there is like that.
So then that kind of feeds
Kai
back into the
Cenat.
whole thing of like streaming too, streaming personalities,
Exactly.
and being good at games,
which
and
is why
stuff,
I think we're gonna see it push more towards a digital aspect rather than a physical one.
Okay.
Because I don't know. How about I give you a $20 exclusive streamer bundle where you can have a name badge on your thing. You can go and put a Discord plate on your face fucking thing. You'll get in-game Twitch rewards based on your character that you like to play as. And you can have exclusive angles you cannot get that other people do.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it worked for me. Shit.
See, exactly. I unfortunately made something that we're probably going to see in the future.
Yeah, because I mean, it also depends too. Like just with. So here's another
Captain
thing.
Froze, you should just move.
Before we go on, I just want to say one more thing about this then, because like I said, we just experienced Masters Bangkok, which is in Thailand.
Yeah.
And the grand final match started at fucking 5 a.m.
Now, to be
Eastern
fair,
Standard Time.
I will say I don't think esports will ever truly die just because of Asia.
Yeah.
Asia fucking loves their esports.
Yes.
Crazy.
The team
They're the same motherfuckers who will spend $500 on RE skin in League of Legends.
Yeah, T1, the number 1 seed for Pacific, had just won today's grand final.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's the second time that one player on that team had won a Grand Masters tournament, and he won. Sorry, I just heard a noise. He won last year on a different team, and he won this year on a different team. So he's the only player in the Pacific area that's gotten 2 trophies so far. But regardless, it's just like, I think it's cool. I think where we're at right now with the production teams that we have with esports, some of those are really cool. And I really hope that we can kind of, keep this physical aspect of having tournaments located out in, Masters Bangkok, Masters
I think they
Toronto.
still will do them. I just unfortunately think the prices of those will go up eventually.
Yeah, because they might become, who knows, they might become rare. They might just say, fuck it. Riot might just be like, hey, we don't want to do in-person tournaments anymore. I mean, especially when COVID came around, tournaments were hard to host.
I mean, that's part of the reason why I think streaming is such a dominant force.
And then on top of that, too, fiber internet. It's becoming way more accessible lately.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people anywhere, not a lot of people anywhere, but there's a lot of companies that are putting out fiber optic internet, and people are being able to get these high speed internets and being able to connect and play with their friends. And, it's technology is expanding ever so quickly and it's going everywhere.
I say,
Fiber is good for your diet.
Yes.
fiber is good for your diet. Don't do it.
Don't
have a bad diet. I say, I think a large part of it has to come down to, I think we'll see maybe the shift of it turn into kind of like maybe more of a convention center idea. Because that's how Blizzard was originally doing their esports. And I thought that was a good idea back then, was they would set it up for BlizzCon.
Okay, so this is a statistic for you from this website that I was using earlier to reference to. They have a market size from 2023 to 2033 in $1 billion. So they're predicting how much it's going to raise. From 2023 at 2.3, they're predicting by 2033 to be 16.7. So
What was it at originally?
2.3 for 2023.
And so they think they're going to grow by $12 billion?
Yeah,
That's crazy considering COVID's no longer a thing.
you're right. That's what they're predicting, though. This is
Like that's the problem with like the statistics there was 2023. A lot of the tech companies have gone and like had their statistics based on all of us being quarantined inside of our houses and stuff like that.
this article was published October 31st, 2024.
Okay.
So it's not super long ago, but
Still, I just anything that's like after COVID with when it comes to digital like presence, I always have to be skeptical.
mm-hmm.
That's why like Ubisoft is failing so hard right now. They expanded so hard during COVID because they assumed everyone was going to stay inside and keep playing video games.
Yep.
No.
Nope. Well, that ends my segment.
All right. Well, then on to our next one, pop culture.
So, for those of you who are tuning into this fine Sunday night, let's talk about last Saturday night's main event. Did you know what happened Saturday night last night? From Toronto, Canada. A lot of things happening in Toronto.
Oh, damn.
I watched a movie last night.
That's not current event.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so last night WWE hosted the Elimination Chamber.
Dun, dun, dun.
In a 6-man match, there was Logan Paul, everyone's favorite. There was a man named Drew McIntyre, another man named Damian Priest, one guy named Seth Rollins. There was also another dipshit, I can't remember his name. And then CM Punk. Yes.
Oh.
CM Punk, and then John Cena. So John Cena, this is his last year wrestling. John Cena is back for the end of his run. I might have mentioned it before in a different episode. John Cena's been wrestling for over 20 years. He was the face of wrestling for when we were kids.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
So like he was the champion. That was it. John Cena was it. We've never ever seen John Cena really do like a bad guy run. There was talks of him having a heel run once, but it didn't really play out. So I will go into spoilers for anyone that hasn't watched Elimination Chamber. John Cena is the winner of his match.
Nice.
So a large part of the reason why it's really neat to see, because I thought John Cena would have won. John Cena is going to be going to WrestleMania, essentially.
Okay.
So John Cena is going to get to go fight the big main guy. So everyone was speculating. Yeah.
Little Mac.
So his name is Cody Rhodes. So there's been a lot of speculation about how they're going to do this because Cody Rhodes is currently a good guy in wrestling. So, you know, there's always a good guy, there's always a bad guy in wrestling. Mm-hmm. So The Rock shows up, he looks at the Mr. Cody Rhodes and he goes, "Mr. Cody Rhodes, I've got 500 million Instabutt followers. You, on the other hand, only have 1 million Instabutt followers. Cody Rhodes, I know we've become best friends," said The Rock. And then he looked at it in the crowd and there was one girl going, "You suck, Rock." And he said that I'm going to smack the syphilis off her face. Because The Rock's been in a weird, like, Rock is trying to be good and bad at the same time. I don't know why. He's kind of, Rock needs to go home. Rock's drunk.
Rock's
Come on,
drunk.
Rock. Get the fuck out of here. So...
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I've got no idea what the fuck we're talking about right now.
I
zoned out for a moment, and now I'm back. And what are we talking about?
Rock,
slapping the syphilis off someone.
The Rock is sitting there. He shows up in New Orleans. He's like, "WrestleMania is gonna be in New Orleans next year." They're like, "Ah!" You know, like how people do when they find out WrestleMania is going to be in their home city.
Yeah. And
so The Rock looks at Cody Rhodes and he goes, "Cody Rhodes, with your 1 million Instabutt followers and my 500 million Instabutt followers, we could be 501 million Instabutt followers. All you have to do, Cody Rhodes, is become my champion and give me your soul."
Am I dying?
This is
what am I listening to?
This is The Rock coming onto live television last Friday night to say this shit. Or yeah, a couple Fridays ago to say this
what
shit.
Even? So I've never watched wrestling ever. So I have no idea like what's going on.
I'm sure a lot of people are getting shell shocked by me retelling them of my buff muscle men soap opera.
I've watched a little bit of wrestling. I also don't kind of follow what's happening, but I kind of do at the same time.
Well, essentially, to wrap this story up, The Rock is a big dick. And so
is he? Or does he have one?
The Rock is also the board of directors for TKO, which is the company that owns WWE. So he's kind of inserting himself in there, so we believe. And so he shows up later today, last Saturday night, because he was like, Cody Rhodes, become my champion for the cost of your soul. And so he goes and does it, and they're sitting there in the ring. He's like, all right, Rock, I've been thinking about it. And Rock, I no longer own my soul, Rock. And the Rock's like, and the crowd goes, not bad guy, Cody. Because, you know, everyone's been like, Cody Rhodes is going to go villain. We're going to make John Cena be good boy. And, you know, John Cena's going to be the one that's going to be the hero and get his last victory and then end out being like, wow. So, with this whole situation, Cody Rhodes says, I gave my soul to the ring in the crowd. You know, that gets a pop because people love, like, communist wrestlers, you know, where they're of the people. And so, after all of that's done, John Cena comes over. He's like, my man! I swear, John Cena fucking almost said the N-word. He's like, my boy, man! He gives him a hug. And so he's sitting there. He's getting real into it. You see John Cena shirtless and sweaty, pressed up against Cody Rhodes' nice $2,000 suit. And then you go and the Rock gives him the signal. And then you find out that John Cena was actually the bad guy in this run.
Dun, dun, dun!
Dun, 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 but in minor
it is
key.
some crazy. John Cena beats the fuck out of
I
this
watched
man.
the clip, dude.
John Cena beats
shit
the
out of him.
fuck out of this guy.
I don't know.
It is some crazy shit. John Cena has never been bad. John Cena is the good boy PG rated champion. I'm very excited to see. I hope he raps that other people as he beats them to death. So yeah, that happened. Cody Rhodes got his ass mollywopped. There was like two things that my favorite part about the show. One of them was the big buff blonde one. That's my favorite. And then the other one was while one of the wrestlers was walking by, his name was Kevin, and very quietly. Oh yeah, no, Cody Rhodes also is. Well, I'll go back to that. Kevin, fucking guy walks by him, and you hear like one of the members in the audience go, "Kevin, what the fuck?" like really loud, like just Kevin, what the fuck, dude. And then my other favorite one is when Rock was sitting there making the proposition to Cody Rhodes. He goes, "You know what I want?" And you know, one of the lines that the Rock always says, "It doesn't matter what you want." You hear like the one guy in crowd just yell that really loudly all the way in the back. And then, you know, Cody Rhodes also got to tell his boss to fuck off.
Nice.
And they didn't censor it. So wrestling's saying fuck now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, on the pay-per-view. That's crazy.
I can never handle that word.
That is...
Fuck.
Never say that word again, please, you
So,
fucker.
glad I ruined the last 10 minutes of this podcast. We can go ahead and move on.
That's it?
That's pretty much it.
I don't want to like talk about it more because we don't know more. He fucking John Cena shows up for like the after show interview because they had a press conference. He shows up and he spends a solid 2 minutes just picking up the microphone and adjusting it in front of him, like holding it, checking it, make sure it works fine, just for him to hold it out in front of him and drop it on the table and walk away.
Get fucked. The last pay-per-view, so just to kind of throw out a context there, the last thing that I've seen that was like fighting was that Jake Paul, it was Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. But
I'm very happy that Mike Tyson received a payout.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. I don't care. He beat a 60-year-old man. He's not hot shit.
Anyways, we ready for the grab bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear about the grab bag.
I'm grabbing
I
the
just
bag right
fucking
now.
rambled about the
Arguably, this is less rambly and more actual discussion, but what are some game mechanics do you miss being in games? Is the grab bag for today.
I will save mine for last. I just did the most talking in the last segment.
I don't know because I don't play a lot of games. Well, I don't know.
I miss when Zelda games were good. Wait, does that count?
How's your Zelda nuts and bolts?
Zelda nuts and bolts.
So the grab bag, Captain Rose, is yeah, okay. I guess my example of a good like gaming mechanic that we're never gonna see again. There's two of them I can think of. The first one was they had a nemesis system in Shadow of War. Shadow of War is a Lord of the Rings tie-in game, sort of. It's a game set in the Lord of the Rings universe where it's like Assassin's Creed mixed with Lord of the Rings, and it's very well made. And they have a neat system where you can kind of role play in your own scenario where your enemies will evolve and adapt to what you do and fight them. So say there's like an orc captain and you like assassinate him once with your like sword. He'll, if he happens to respawn and comes back, he will remember that you killed him with your sword. And so he'll have like an increased strengthness to your swords, causing you to have to adapt to a different thing to kill him.
That's nifty. That's a really,
and it would cause like different personalities to happen. It would cause each of the individual orcs that you'd be fighting would have names and like different personalities. And it was such a really strong system. But WWB copyrighted it in 2018, and it is unusable in any other game until 2036.
Jesus.
Could you have imagined like fucking Assassin's Creed having that? Like in a Nemesis system, or could you imagine like Ghost of Tsushima having that, where you're on the Mongol island and you like take out the Mongol captains, but then like their underlings learn about you and what you did to do them. Like say you go up, like it was such a big thing because they would come after you, they would hunt you.
Mm-hmm.
Your nemesis in that area would show up and ambush you in the middle of doing your missions and be like, "Hey, bitch, what up?
That's
Remember
gnarly.
me? That's why half my face is in metal now. I'm gonna eat you." And he gets even more aggressive. And then if they kill you, they like level up and get evolved and stronger too.
That's sick. That's a good game mechanic.
It's entirely the only reason why I go back to play Shadow of War these days at all, because it's such a strong mechanic. But unfortunately, it was made by Monolith Soft, and
we hate that company.
Monolith got closed down.
Wait, what are you talking about? Monolith Soft is the Xenoblade developers.
There's another Monolith.
My brain is hurting right now. Are they just called Monolith or what?
They might have been Monolith. I might have just said Monolith Software. I thought software is in games. Hold on.
Yeah, because Monolith Soft is the Xenoblade devs. Doing some research here. I guess while they're doing their research, my serious answer.
My bad. Monolith Productions.
Monolith Productions. Okay.
That's the difference there. My bad. I don't know why I assumed Soft. I knew they were different companies.
Yeah.
I just assumed they were a software company as well. So software.
No, it's Monolith Hard.
I was wondering why, because when I first saw it too, I was like, that sounds like the other company that Gabe likes, but that ain't them.
My serious answer to this is I'm not gonna listen to what this man just said. My serious answer to this question of what game mechanic do I miss being in games? What are you doing to your microphone? Oh, okay. You just gave it a little kiss.
Give it a little smooch.
Okay. He like dragged the microphone along his body until it was up to his lips, and then he just gave it a little. Okay. Okay.
I like how he didn't say which one of us did that. So
yeah, that's fine.
Chat, who was it?
I have a very dumb one, but I'm also like really fucking tired, so forgive me. Did either of you guys play Mario Kart Double Dash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss the double dash mechanic.
I do too.
I like for several reasons. I like having the two racers. One, there's the thing of like switching which racer is in front and in back, but also just like the idea of like picking two racers that team together is cool in both a single player and a multiplayer sense of like if you're doing co-op or competitive, if you're doing co-op, you can have one person dedicated in the front seat, one person dedicated in the back seat. And I don't know. In terms of Mario Kart, I know the next Mario Kart isn't going to have a mode like this, but like one day I would like to see a Mario Kart game have a double dash.
Just bring it back in some way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's just like a game mode, it doesn't have to be the central feature of the game. Just bring it back.
Okay, Austin.
I think for me, it's not that it's disappeared, but like
I really liked the D&D aspect of like creating your characters, like putting out their charisma skills. It's not gone because of games of like
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, but I'm thinking more of like how they did it for Knights of the Old Republic.
That's still kind of in there.
I know that's the only thing I can really think of that I liked, that I noticed, at least, because there's not a lot of game mechanics that I notice about multiple games.
But you're playing Valorant and Destiny, that's why.
Well, but there's not anything that I'm
Did you
missing.
play Avowed? Avowed has charisma.
I haven't played
points
Avowed.
and stuff like that. You can distribute and
No.
stuff like that.
I don't play a lot of games, man. I don't have any mechanics.
He's not a gamer.
Yeah, I don't have any mechanics that I don't like really remember, or like at least pay attention to, because I play a
Mega
game.
Evolution is his mechanic that he misses.
I've never beaten a Pokemon game. So
Mega Evolution was an X and Y thing.
I have it, but I haven't played it through yet. Regardless, like there's just not. I haven't been paying attention to mechanics pretty much my entire time that I've been gaming. I just play games to play games.
How about this question then? What is an Xbox 360 game you wish wasn't stuck on 360? For me, it's any of the licensed games. Like a lot of the licensed games from like Lord of the Rings are just stuck on 360. Like we're never gonna get Lord of the Rings Conquest.
What's that one with the frog where he spits the balls? The tower defense game.
No, I know what it is, but I don't know if you're joking or not. Zuma, by the way.
Zumba. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that one. Is that on PC?
I think so.
Okay,
I thought
then-
it was.
All right, then fine. It's not stuck on 360 then.
Like the Deadpool one was a game that's stuck on there.
I'm gonna be real with you. I mean, we had an Xbox 360, but like any game that I liked that was on 360 is not stuck on 360. So, like, I think it's fine for me.
Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
There you go.
That's definitely a Mortal Kombat game that I would like to have come back, or at least be refreshed.
I will go ahead and do one more game mechanic, and I think we can wrap up here.
Okay.
So a big mechanic I missed, the reason why I've been playing GTA San Andreas again, there's a specific mechanic in the game where, I'm looking at you, Gabe, I'm just explaining this to you. So there's two separate gangs you encountered called the Ballas, and the Vegas, or whatever the hell they are, the Vagos.
Okay.
Essentially purple and light blue. You see purple guys, you see light blue guys, you shoot them. That's
Fuck
how it be. You wear green guys, though. People wearing green, those are my guys. Those are my G's.
I guess I could have gone with that.
The neighborhood
just thinking about it.
takeover. The neighborhood takeover and like the GTA, like San Andreas and Saints Row, like gang member, like following.
Mhm.
I liked that aspect of taking over neighborhoods and then just walking through my neighborhood I just took over and seeing my dudes just walk around with me.
Mhm.
Like that stuff was so cool. I missed that. I missed like going into areas and taking them over by force on a living map, and then taking that map, flipping that map color over, and then getting paid out like a timely basis with that.
Mhm.
I don't know why that tile flipping combat, like, it's the same feeling I get from Dynasty Warriors games. Where
Dynasty
you run into
Warriors
bases
games,
and you
yeah.
just clear out the bases. And with that, I think that nice bit of nostalgia was good to look back on. I think it's time for us to begin wrapping up.
Sorry,
Mr.
I was
Agari.
really fucking tired this episode.
Where
Sorry,
can we
everyone.
find you?
Where can you find me? You can find me on the interwebs. I exist as __. That's not my name. I exist as Agari_Uchu on Twitch. That is AGARI_UCHU on Twitch.
You have to spell out underscore, by the way.
_UNDE. Anyways, you can find me pretty much anywhere else on the internet as Agari Uchu. I pretty much exist everywhere. Yeah, that's where can we find Gabrioni over there?
By the way, sorry that I was really fucking tired the last few episodes. I've been awake since 7 a.m. today, and I got to work for 8 hours tonight, so I don't know how I'm going to survive. Anyways, you can find me right here on this place that you're currently viewing the stream from at twitch.tv/GabrielSurgeVA. You can find previous episodes of Pixel Pulse at gaming outlet video on YouTube. We also stream live there if you prefer to watch from YouTube. And it's good. We do gaming here. I play Wario games. I play Kirby. We're gonna be playing Xenoblade Chronicles X in 18 days, and I'm never going to see anyone in this room again. After
No,
that.
you won't, because you're going to be doing the year-long raid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I'm WaterMelvin, unfortunately. I don't have anything posted. I'm a procrastinator.
I feel that.
Damn,
I would like to make content. I think about making content. I don't.
that's real. That's so real.
Real.
One day I will make videos again as well. I actually have a few videos in the pipeline, but it's just a matter of I'm busy with a lot of other life stuff, like looking for a new place and other lots of life stuff.
Yeah.
There's lots of life going on right now.
So much life.
I'm living the dream of getting 8 hours of sleep at the wrong 8 hours of the day, which ruins my sleep schedule. So that's my fault, though.
Thanks a lot, Megan, Egg, and Cheese.
Bacon, Megan, cheese is her username, by the way, and it's not her fault. It's my own fault.
How dare you not lecture him enough to sleep in more?
But yeah, thank you everyone for watching the show. We should be back in 2 weeks with another exciting episode where I will have hopefully actually gotten sleep. And I'll probably have my topic that time be me ranting about Xenoblade. So just be ready for it.
I'm ready for it. All right, boys and girls, it's been a pleasure. Have a wonderful night, and I hope you all get home safe, and I hope to see